Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of. Oh, welcome back to another episode of what are these called behind the scenes? I don't know. I don't know the name of my own stuff anymore. So,
That works.
yeah. So
We'll go with it.
we have a very special guest with us today. Introducing what's his name again?
I think his name's like Awesome or Awesome Mime, however you want to say it.
Something like that. Also, I did want to give a warning, guys. As I'm recording this is actually probably not the best idea. Please do not ever do this if you have a dog. But my dog is in my room as I'm recording this. So if you at all hear any barks, just know it's this little gooby.
No, it's me. It's Awesome. Awesome is doing it.
Furry.
Wait, no.
Bro messed up so hard.
I thought you were calling your dog a furry. I was like, yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh no. Oh, hey, we caught that in 4K Ultra HD, bro.
Oh, guys, it's confirmed now. Me and Saber Spark, and Alan's out, and like every other YouTuber that makes furry jokes.
That's evil.
We signed a pact where it's like, once we become animation YouTubers, we have to joke about being furries.
We signed our souls away.
Exactly, guys. Don't clip that.
Let's
get the conspiracy theories going.
Clip it, guys. Please clip it and send it to me on Discord if you want. Or send it to Awesome. Who knows? Alright.
Exactly.
Let's get into question number 1. Because I most definitely recorded episodes in the past that have most definitely taken 2 hours. So let's get on to the questions.
Yeah.
Number 1. How do you feel about doing YouTube as your current job, and do you wish to do other jobs in the future?
Dang, that's a crazy one off the bat. Oh my god, I suck at answering questions. I wouldn't say like I don't really treat it like a job. I say I would love for it to be a job, but it's definitely always been for me a way to get somewhere else, whether that be a director or, not to say that's what would happen. You got to be Markiplier for that to happen, but it's definitely something I've wanted to experience and experiment with, so in the future if I make my own short films or I can have a role to do that. And if that doesn't work out, then I can focus on YouTube. So
Yeah.
I definitely say YouTube would be the best job that I would want, but I also don't think I can take it as seriously for it to be a job. There's YouTubers, Ellis Mark and all of those, definitely in the Saber Spark, like I was saying earlier, that can really pump out content, and they have editors, and they edit a lot, and they just have a lot more motivation than me. So I definitely would have to get into the same mindset I had when I was starting YouTube in 2017, where I was posting literally every day for it to be a job.
Every day is wild.
Yeah, I can't think of a time where I was able to upload like YouTube was a career. I feel like the more it becomes a career and the more my channel gets semi-popular, the more I procrastinate and the more I get worried about it. So it's definitely my job right now. I don't see myself getting a real job anytime soon, at least, until my channel flops.
Whoops. Honestly,
what about you? Do you see YouTube being a job for you?
oh my god, that's the thing. The thing is just the fact, I really don't know where YouTube's gonna go right now. I feel like if, the bigger you get, the more you realize that YouTube could be a possible job career. But I think it's the fact that my channel is kind of small. You would actually be surprised at how small it is. It's, I only have, 250 subscribers, somewhere around there, so.
250 million, I mean.
I wish.
Well, I think another thing that has to do with, I feel like there's so many YouTubers treating it like a job that it's not as cool anymore. It was life changing, before all this, before shorts and everything. I feel like it was more established as a job. You would have to get really lucky for it to be a job. And so now that a lot of people are making it a job, it's less special. It's still cool, and I still consider it a job. There's Facebook ants that don't. My mom, this is a side story tangent, but my mom, I don't know, she was at a chiropractor or something, and she said that I did YouTube, and she was like, okay, people don't get it, but
Yeah, it's just like my channel is so small. Like I don't know at all where the channel could possibly go. Like for all I know, it could possibly just completely flop. I lose all my subscribers and I become like a math teacher. All runs out possibly.
but as
Yeah.
as like a side hobby, I think it works for me. I know some people don't like being small YouTubers, but I think you can have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
You're able to get
'cause-
away with a lot more, experiment with a lot more. There's not as much like you could really put out anything. So like I think back to when I started YouTube, and I really miss when I would just upload time lapses of me eating pizza or playing Lego games or Roblox terrible quality gameplays. Like there was some type of like I didn't care back then. And sometimes when you don't care, it's better. When you treat it like a job, you're more strict with it. You're not as fun. You're more robotic.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's like I don't know. Like I tell myself every day, like YouTube, like you're just doing this as a hobby. Because something I've noticed is like the more you tell yourself like you gotta take this serious, like YouTube's gonna become a job, like the more or less like less fun you start to have. But the more you tell yourself like, hey, this is just a hobby, don't take it too seriously. That's when like you start to have the most fun. Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you good, you good. You're awesome. You can interrupt me. Oh, you.
Okay, I can interrupt.
Bro,
I give the pass.
bro,
But
got the pass interrupt.
yeah, definitely when you don't treat it like a job, it kind of becomes a job because then when you're not treating it like a job, you're treating it like a community, and that's when that's when YouTubers get the biggest is when they're able to make it seem like this is a fun place to be.
Yeah,
Like
not
this
some.
is my hobby, and when people see you're like, oh, this is your hobby that you're genuinely into, they kind of like I wouldn't say they get a parasocial friendship to you, but they kind of relate to that. So by not treating it like a job, it can become bigger.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that's why Markiplier,
Oh,
I'm doing it again, but Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, they started, they had their little, like, what, top of the morning, and they had a lot of personality
Top of the
into
morning,
it,
Cheerio
even when
to
nobody
ya.
was watching. And I don't think if they didn't do that, it wouldn't have been big. If they treated it like a job, they probably wouldn't have made that creative decision to have an intro that represented them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Something I've like been struggling with for YouTube is trying to make myself, cuz it's like some YouTubers are known for having two different lives, their YouTube life and their like actual real life. And there's really no right or wrong way to do it. You can either pretty much do the double life, or no reference to Despicable Me 4, or you can either just do a single life where you combine your YouTube life and your real life. But I feel like as much as it sounds like just all business if you do double life, I feel like it's better because it's like there's some things in your life that you're not really supposed to tell people that you can necessarily keep to yourself.
Yeah, and with any entertainment source, I think it's almost impossible to be totally you. You can put your personality out there, but if I wasn't doing this podcast right now, this interview, I would be a lot. I wouldn't be talking. I'd just be sitting at my computer. It'd be really boring.
Yeah.
Doing YouTube comes with like a persona, just like off the bat. You just have to do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can't be authentic in yourself, but I'm not awesome in my real life. That's the fun part. I get to create my character. I get to add whatever I want to it.
You can
I
be
get
a
to have this fun
furry.
nickname. Like I don't think it's a bad thing to be a character to have two double lives. Even if you're like not necessarily hiding your real life, it's like nobody wants to hear about that. That's not what they're coming for.
Yeah, they're coming for goofy stories, not about the time you pooped your pants and well, actually, that could be a good
Well,
story.
they could come for that, but
But I just
they're
realized
not going to
something.
see it happen in real time. Is the thing.
Yeah, they're just not. They don't want to see it happen in the real life. They want to see it in video form.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe it is it's like your dad telling a ghost story or any story from his past. He adds emphasis to it.
Emphasis.
A fun funny reaction. Whereas in the real time, he was probably scared. My dad has told me ghost stories. He's really good at telling stories, and I don't think the story. I wouldn't want to listen to that story if it was I was witnessing it,
Yeah.
or like he said it right after, all scared, and when you're telling stories, when you're entertaining people, you add jokes and flavor to it.
Yeah, you don't want to tell about the story how your dog died and be like, well, that's well, womp to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2. Gosh, dang, we've already spent 10 minutes on the first one.
I mean, wait,
I mean,
that's what you gotta do to answer these questions.
it is a
They're
podcast. I mean, you do branch off to some things.
deep. Yeah.
Number 2. How do you like doing movie reviews as your main content than really just storytime animations or animation in general?
Oh my gosh, these are the type of questions I would ask myself. I like these a lot. This is so good. I do miss like storytime animation a lot, and I've been thinking about doing it. I think the only reason I don't is because it would be too much of a gap between content if I was to do it.
Oh yeah,
And
that's very.
you would definitely understand if you're a storytime animator.
Yes, you would be surprised at like because something a pet peeve of mine is there's a few friends at my school, very very close friends, and like I don't like to talk about this at school because I'll explain it in a bit. But basically, I have these friends. They know about my channel, and basically they'll be like, "Dude, you haven't uploaded in so long," and I'm like, "Bro, it takes time." And then one of my friends was like, and it was like this. I don't know. It was the setting on like a slideshow presentation, and it was like on the animation setting, and they were like, "Look how fast I made that animation. Why can't your animations be that good and so fast?" And I'm like, "Bro, you don't understand the pain. You do."
Yeah, you don't understand it until you're doing it. Because when I wasn't doing storytime animation, that's definitely what I thought in my head. Like, why don't they upload quicker? But then, not only is storytime animation like it takes a lot of time, but it also has to do with how much you work at it. And we're not robots. We're not built to do it constantly. And
Well,
that's why they're not coming
well,
out.
if you're gonna count
The
AI at
script
this
goes
point,
into it. The thumbnail, the story of it, which is the script. I'm repeating that. But then there's also motivation. Not everybody has motivation to do it consistently.
yeah,
That's why I like storytime animation to an extent, because it allowed you to take your time with it. If you weren't feeling it, then you could just come back to it, and it'd just be much more of an art piece than a normal YouTube video. But what got me into movie reviews is I think storytime animation was just kind of falling down. I wasn't into it as much, but I was still in the headspace that I had to do it. When you do something for so long and it becomes routine, you think that's all you can do, no matter if you want to change content. So then one day I was posting movie reviews on TikTok, and those did really good, and I was like, wow, people are kind of getting to know me for that.
This is what
like doing that.
this is what they want me to do.
Shift.
I'm just gonna quit everything I'm doing right now and do what they want me to do.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I posted it. It wasn't like someone told me, "Hey, you should do movie reviews." I didn't know you could even do that.
Yeah,
The second I figured out that I could do that and still keep my channel's growth, if not even more, I was like, "Oh, I'm all in." And now I feel like I want to get back into that headspace of being able to switch my content quickly, because I want to get into live action movies, and I'm back at the same road I was when I was getting into animated movie reviews, where I'm like, "Ooh, that's gonna take a while to shift into. Like,
Yeah.
It's hard to start something that you've never started."
Yeah, because I feel like, from my own personal experience, I don't know if you remember this type of experience, but making my first video is such a bad animation and such a simple animation. It took me 2 months, but since I started to do it for so long, it honestly just became like a routinely thing. In fact, like I would make that same type of animation, but I could probably do it in like 2 weeks now if you just gave me enough time. But
Well, like, that's the good and bad thing with routine. On like one hand, it eventually you get burnt out and it becomes boring and it becomes scripted. Where like I definitely feel like I was getting into a hole where like my videos became, you could kind of tell I was getting bored with it. And I definitely do want to plan on getting more variety to my channel and just getting back like the excitement I used to have when I was starting movie reviews. But then routine's a good thing because it gives you something to do. Whenever I don't have a video, I don't think there hasn't been a year where I'm not working on videos every month. Like even if the videos don't come out, I'm constantly thinking about YouTube. Since 2017, 2016, there hasn't been a day I haven't thought about YouTube. And even though that's like a lot, there's some people that in the storytime animation community, definitely a ton of them have left and have never came back to content.
Yeah.
But I think for me it's like an escape. It's something that it feels like an always in my life. Whenever things are going awry, I at least know I have these video ideas.
Yeah.
That's keeping me afloat.
Cause that's honestly like, before I did animation, I would always like be so over dramatic. Well, I still kind of am over dramatic in situations, but like now that I make videos about like my over dramatic situations, like I'm supposed to over dramatize it or whatever you call it. Like I used to be so scared of it, but now like I do it because I always tell myself like if something bad happens, I can at least make a video about it. I mean like next viral video idea. So yeah, that's really it. Yep. All right.
I got so off on my own rant. I forgot the question.
No, it's okay. It's okay,
I think
bro.
I answered it.
There will be times when I'm recording video audio or audio for videos, and then like I decide to add one little thing to the script that's not in the script, but just to put in the video, and then I'll start rambling on for like 16 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I gotta edit this out. Like I'm not about to animate this.
Yeah, well, one more thing I have to add: when you're doing YouTube, the more you do YouTube, and the more I've done movie reviews, I'm someone who like has to put in everything, and I'm like trying to get back to when I didn't need so much. You know, when I used to do like 5-minute movie reviews. One of my first movie reviews was on Luca, and it was 5 minutes. If I did a Luca review now, it would be 20 minutes, and I kid you not, maybe more.
Yeah, I was
I don't know why that is. I just feel like I need to talk more nowadays.
Yeah, I was actually watching one of your, not old, but not recent videos. It was the one about your Teenage Mutant Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem movie. I was watching that video, and I was like, I don't know how he's able to have this many thoughts, cause I find that as a compliment. I'm not trying to give offense to you. Like, I find that as a compliment. The fact you're able to have that many thoughts to put into one singular video, the way I wouldn't even be able to think about, like, half of that stuff. That's insane.
Well, that's good, because I'm like, once a video hits a year ago, I'm like, I can't listen to it.
I can't listen
to it. Even 5 months ago, I'm like, ugh.
It's too cringe.
Talking, like, I did not like, and that's like the comments I get a lot on my YouTube channel are like, you don't have a set topic. You're going off script, and I'm like, well, that's my channel.
That's the whole point, bro.
I'm talking about Mutant Mayhem. There's no goal in the video. There's no thing I'm trying to end to.
There's
it's
no
really
finish
just like
line.
brain scramble, and I like doing that. That's what keeps it fun for me.
Yeah.
And I have YouTube OCD where I gotta say everything that I've ever thought of about it, or else the video isn't my true thoughts. So
we have to say all of it.
It can be bad. It can be bad, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel content with the video. Like, okay, I can put this video out now because I feel like I've said everything.
Yeah.
But there's my long answer.
Yeah. All right. Third question. I think this is a good one because I talked to you a lot about it. I think you can start to figure out what it is. Number 3. How do you enjoy doing music as a side gig?
Okay. Actually, I was hoping you would say a question like that.
Yes.
People have been like more asking me about it, but like I get really embarrassed when I care like a lot about something. With like main YouTube channel, like. Yeah, I get semi-embarrassed when people talk about it, but music, I'm like, oh my gosh, because I'm like, there's so much vulnerability in it, and like, so like, you can't help but cringe. I don't know if you've like ever sang or.
Oh my God,
music.
no.
It's like you listen to it later after you put it out to the public, to anybody could see, and you're like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. I feel corny. I feel, but like nobody's talking about it, I'm like, ooh, I really like this. Like I've always wanted to dabble into it. I've always liked writing lyrics, and I can't really play instruments that well, so that's really what was keeping me back until I found loops and things, and I hope to get better at instruments so I don't have to use other people's guitar playing or whatever. But I'm like, it definitely helped me like start doing something instead of like, oh, I can't do this because this. So that's one positive about music. and it's become like fun. It's like another way to make thumbnails or art. It's like you get to come up with these little like worlds and these ideas, and you know, one of my songs, Big Coat, like just you just have fun with it.
I love
Or
Big
like
Coat.
I actually got into the history of my music was I met this guy named Lil Kelp, but it was on the Alexa, and my Alexa's gonna hear me, but I told her to play "Shawty's Like a Melody," you know, replay. But then it played a parody by Lil Kelp, and I was like, wait a minute, why is this like not serious? Why does this sound like a kid made this in his basement? And how can I do this? You know?
How can I do
And
this?
so
I need to
and so
know.
I found him and I talked to him and we made a song and it's been history since then. It's been another constant
Yeah.
where I'm like, ooh, I have this idea or I have this like kind of way of saying this, and but yeah, it's definitely I don't see it ever being my main gig unless I get somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like an extra to the content. When I'm not working on YouTube videos, it's like, oh guys, I put out this song.
Yo,
Let me know if you guys like it.
listen to my new Eminem diss. Listen, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, listen to my diss track. Like,
Listen to my Drake
it
diss.
adds to the personality of your channel. And I know like influencers, like a lot of my internet friends are doing music that are really good. But I guess it's become like a stereotype that YouTubers, definitely YouTube animators, get into music. But I think it's just really for fun. It's just a hobby, extra hobby, and I need that. That's something I'll do better at YouTube content if I have multiple other things that I can spend my time on too. You know?
Yeah. Three things I'm gonna say to this. One, okay, this is very cringe. I don't know why I'm saying this. I could make a full YouTube short about this, but I'm just gonna say here. Uh, I think I don't know which song it was of yours, but I was listening to a song of yours, and I decided to I decided to pull the idea of getting all of my like audio equipment set up, and then I played one of your songs, and then I sang along to it. I listened to the recording, and I was like, so this is why I don't sing a lot.
Well, that's like kind of what. Like, I guess I have a. I want to be like I'm gonna be I'm humble, but like I've always had a decent voice. I've always done like musicals, and I was in Shrek the musical.
Oh,
I
Shrek.
was singing Dad.
Bro,
I don't think it all
Shrek.
connects to that, but I've always been into it.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm more like, but I feel like maybe I overthink my confidence though, because then I'll put it out and people will be like, "Ooh, you sound whiny or this," and I'm like, yeah, I do," you know.
You're
But
right.
but then whenever you sound bad, that can become an artistic choice. You know, that's not nothing to get you back. If you want to do music and your voice maybe isn't the best, there's so many musicians that are popular that don't have a good voice, and
Yeah.
that becomes well known for them.
Yeah.
You know, definitely like early 2000s bands. Sometimes the art was not sound like you just sounded bad in your basement. A good like musician is Daniel Johnston. Rest in peace. But he definitely started the trend of like just raw in your basement keyboard piano and like he never had a great voice, but he had he had ideas for this worlds that he was creating, doodles to go with his music, and so that kind of gave him a personality.
Yeah. Second
So
thing. Oh, wait.
I was gonna say that's it.
Yeah. Second thing I'm gonna say. Jeez, I gotta hurry this up. Second thing I'm gonna say is.
Wait, is this a podcast or is
Oh wait, you're right. I keep forgetting this is a podcast. I keep
like is there like a lot of visuals that you put up?
not a lot. I just like I don't know. I don't know. I'm bad about that. I'm trying to work on just like not because I'm starting to realize that rushing people in a podcast is like rude. It's kind of rude.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
'cause-
I felt rude taking so long. You know, like
No,
if this is
it's
gonna
okay.
have a lot of visuals, then I'm gonna be like, oh, I'll talk fast.
No,
Because I don't want you to have to edit it for years.
bro, I'm gonna message you 7 years later, bro. Man,
Yeah,
I
know,
finished the
I've done that
audio.
before, where I've done collabs. People keep asking me about a certain collab with Haminations.
Oh yeah, I remember
I
that
made the
one.
mistake of letting that be an hour. And if it was a podcast, then it'd be cool because I slap up art and then people can listen. You know, there's
That's
not
what
much
I do.
visuals
I
going
don't
on. But this was gonna be a full edited video, so I'm like, I should have been quicker then.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that. I also just slap art on it and just call it a day. Okay.
Well, if that's what you're gonna do, then I can take my time.
Then I can take my time, bro. I'm gonna leave you here for
Respectfully.
5 hours. Second that I'm gonna say, I got this idea that after listening to your music for a while, I was like, man, what if I attempted to make music? But what immediately stopped me was the fact I am a band kid. In fact, I play saxophone. My saxophone is sitting right here with me right now in the
Give me
while
a
we're.
tune. Give me a tune.
I think I'll give you a tune after the
Okay.
podcast
Thank you.
because the saxophone it takes a while to assemble, and I'm not about to spend 5 minutes of just dead silence on
Yeah.
this recording setting
That'd
it
be
up.
funny. Like just put on the screen like
You know, guys, hold on.
I'm putting on
Intermission.
my saxophone.
Intermission. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play a song.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, I'll play a song for you after
Okay.
recording.
Okay.
So you just have to remind me. I might forget. I have horrible dementia.
I'll write it down.
Okay. So yeah. Besides the saxophone, that's like I'm barely like starting to learn music and stuff. So who knows? It could be a possibility. I'm still thinking about it, but who knows? Third thing, if you at all ever need cover art for an album, there's a little guy, a little somebody named King. I don't know who it is. But
Who's
you could,
that?
yeah, I don't know.
Wait, do you know them?
Yeah, I'm very close to him. You can always just message him and say like, "Hey, man, I need some album art. I need some cover art." Like he's got you.
Yeah.
He's got you.
I'll write that down too. Cover art is another thing that like makes music really fun. I think actually getting people to help do art is actually like it's an art inside itself. Like sometimes I feel like kind of like bad because I'm like, well, I can draw, so why am I getting people to do it for me? You know. But then it becomes really fun. So like recently with the album, not album, but like music that I put out, I've had basically the same cover, which is by Brody Doodles on
That's
Twitter,
what. That's one
social
of my
media.
greatest friends, man.
And like their art blew my mind. I could never make that with that same atmosphere and vibe. Like if it wasn't for their art, I just wouldn't be as into putting out music. Like sometimes like that has to do with my YouTube videos too. If the thumbnail is good, I'm like I want to put it out more. So cover art is a whole new thing that I've discovered my love for
Yeah, that's one.
and telling people to do.
Brody Doodles is actually one of my closest online friends, so that's actually.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
You got insider info.
Yeah, I've seen his art. Like I've checked out his Ko-fi and like I've asked him to send me art pieces and like I've seen it. And I'm like, no matter how much time he gave me, I could never make something that good. So yeah, that's it. All right. Number 4. We're still going to be on the topic of music. What made you want to do music? Wait a minute.
Well,
Didn't you just answer this?
yeah,
Wait.
wait.
Wait, hold up.
I was like, wait, I did answer that, but there's probably another answer I can think of.
I just got to make a quick original answer. You got to edit this out.
let me remake that answer.
Let me remake the answer. You got to edit the audio now.
Let me put that in a different
Let,
font.
let's just take this audio clip, put it right here, put another audio clip right here.
And just loop it like it's Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
And they're waking up to the same awesome answer.
Okay. You know, I'm just gonna scratch that question. You already kind of answered it, so I'm not gonna put you what?
I said,
Yeah, I'm not gonna put you to the struggle. You're too much of a king to put you to the struggle.
Exactly.
Quit. Wow, and that's kind of surprising coming from a fellow king. Get it. Jeez, I'm not fun. No, I can't.
Wait, let me find the... 1 minute.
Oh no, I think what you're gonna.
Yeah! It's my first time using that.
Okay, question number 5. What made you want to do YouTube?
Okay, this has, like, so many, like... Usually the way I start things is it's a branch off of something. So I started on this app called Skit Kids that was on the App Store, and I probably have said this many times because I repeat it, but yeah, it was this app called Skit Kids, and oh my gosh, people would have, I miss those times, but it was in like 2015, and I didn't really watch YouTube. I don't know if I was allowed, I don't know if I was not allowed, but I just didn't get there yet. And so Skit Kids was this app where you drag in pictures and then you move it and you can talk and put music, and it was like a children's YouTube.
I think I used
And
Skit
so,
Kids like
like
I
they had
think
a
I used
logo,
it
they had
once.
everything. You could search up Skit Kids on YouTube, and there's like old trailers to the App Store, and it got taken down.
Oh,
And not many people know about it, but yeah. So I started doing videos on that, and I would make a little awesome AOC, which is kind of almost similar to what I have now, but it was a green shirt, and I would drag it around on the screen, and I talk about. It was almost like my introduction to story time. I talk about slime. I talk about. I remember talking about like finding Dory in a skit.
Finding Door.
Um, and that was
The lore goes deep, bro. The lore goes deep.
Yeah, so that was my first movie review technically, and I didn't even know what that was or
Bro
that
was
I
a
would ever do
bro
that.
was a
So
baby when
and
he
then
made
from
this.
there, I actually got popular on that app. I had like 4,000 followers, which
Dang,
isn't a lot
four
on YouTube, but
thousand,
it was a
bro.
lot on this little app that with all these kids drawing things and stuff, you know.
Yeah. If
So
it's
I was at the top almost of this app.
bro was the
In
Mr.
a
Beast.
T-shirt sent from the creator of this app
Bro was the Mr. Beast of.
of Skit Kids. Literally, oh my gosh, we had the Logan Paul of Skit Kids. We had, dude, it's like, I wish people could know what I was talking about because it was like,
if it makes
it was a big thing for me. But yeah, that's how I came up with my name, Awesome A. And then eventually I kind of fell off of that and found YouTube. And yeah, the rest is history. I started with vlogs with my dad. We were a rip off of like those YouTubers that would do science experiments or like
Bro was literally like Mr. Beast. He was
blow
so big on
things
the
or
app
like,
and
do
then
you
he
remember
fell off.
Oobleck? Maybe that's yeah. So or like the water bottle flips, and I would vlog like that. And
Oh
so
my
yeah,
god.
that's really how I found YouTube. I think it was just kind of like I was really bored. And I like talking to myself, so then I was
Real.
like, okay, now I'm gonna video myself doing these things and talking to myself, and
That's kind of how I come up with video scripts. I just talk to myself. Like when I like go outside and I like start talking to myself.
yeah,
But
or like you're thinking about these little ideas you have, and I was like, oh, so now I can do this. So I
oh,
did
I
it,
can make the script out of this.
and I was going crazy with these videos. Everybody and I found ways to do things that I couldn't even do. Like people were doing watermelon explosions with rubber bands. And I didn't have a watermelon, or maybe I was too afraid to ask my parents to give me a watermelon and some huge
Watermelon.
rubber bands. So I just did a small little cutie orange, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, it's exploding!" That sounds terrible out of context, but that's what those videos were. So
No.
I think it was just so fun, and I like doing it. So
I'm
yeah,
so
that's another long answer for.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm
I
so
could probably find the thumbnail. It's one of my favorite thumbnails.
I'm so sorry. I just the moment you said out of context, that sounds wild. I feel like that's what gets me every time. Like every time somebody says out of context, that's wild. Like it just gets me.
Yeah.
If it
But
makes
yeah, well, I wasn't even gonna say anything, but then people love to joke about that when I send that thumbnail. So yeah, but it was just like it was so over the top that I think it was really fun that
because
I like doing now.
yeah because of
Like that,
oh
like
wait
I'm over dramatic with my video titles. Like it's not like
yeah.
Awesome A's reviewing Illumination. It's like I reviewed Illumination in 24 hours. You know, I like to get crazy with it.
I watched every Illumination movie.
I watched. Yeah, see, that's what you got to do with YouTube.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better and makes you feel less old, just know I also use Skit edit. I use Skit Kids like once, and like
You're lying to me.
I'm not lying to you. I used it once.
You remember this?
I remember it. I used it. I don't remember it so much because I only used it for like a month and then I just stopped. I posted these videos and like I kind of blew up in my own way. I only got to like 20 followers, but I thought I was like Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, at that time, 20 followers could get you somewhere. But nowadays you have to have like 2 billion followers on a social media platform to be known.
Yeah, well, that's why I miss. I'm thankful it got me into YouTube, but I especially miss it for that like smaller community side where it felt like nicher and it just felt like this little world. It's
Yeah.
like the same. Like this is like a crazy comparison, but like it's the same as like playing Minecraft Pocket Edition with your friends. Like there's like a sense of this is like a little hidden, you know? Like sometimes that's
Nostalgia.
cool.
Alright. Question number 6. Okay, so I'm gonna have to word this question a bit different because the way I word it is kind of weird. So, how does your video process go? Like, what's the beginning? What's the next step? And what's like the final step?
My YouTube process is like really weird, and a lot of people like I talk to other content creators, and theirs is they do it more in like a straight line where I'm like zigzag, and
I
that's why my
I
videos
edit the
probably
video.
are scrambled
I edit the
because
video. I make the video.
sometimes
I
I'll make
post the video.
sometimes I'll
Then I
make the
record
outro
audio.
before I make the intro.
What?
Like it's just all
You
jumbled
make the
like that.
outro
So
before the
I don't
intro?
even. A lot of people write full scripts and then they record the video. I do not have the patience for that. I write it in like spurts, you know, where it's like I write the intro, and then I record that intro, and then I edit that intro, and then I record the next 3 minutes. Like if it's a movie, then I'm like, okay, this part is the first act of the movie that I'm talking about, and then I edit that. Whereas most people like write the whole script, record the whole script, and then they edit it. You know, whereas
Yeah.
mine is like that's probably why another reason I don't upload as much because if something's going on, that's why people who just write scripts and they record it all in one take, they get it done quicker because if something happens in their life or if new background noise starts to appear where it's like your AC's going now and it's like they can work on it without having to turn those things off and wait and do that. It's
Yeah.
just all in one take. So if they're not feeling it later, then they don't have to because they just recorded it all in one take. But like my process is like I record one part and then a couple days later I record the next part and it's like
So
very
hi,
hectic.
hi guys, welcome to the YouTube video. 7 days later. Okay, so now let's talk about Teenage Mutant.
That's literally the way I make videos, and for most people it's like weird, but I don't think I could when it looks way bigger than the process should be when I do it all in one take and have a huge audio file in my desktop. Like as if I do it in parts, like at least it feels like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If there's too much happening in the editing software and like I have so much to go, I'm like just forget pieces. So I like to just do it like first slice, second slice.
Do you
So
ever
yeah,
have
I start with script and editing kind of, and then sometimes the thumbnail I'll make first because that's what helps me like get motivated to do the video if it's a good thumbnail like I said earlier.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like this is really weird. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but a really weird thing is there will be times where like it's a really rare occasion, but like when it happens, it's like weird. I'll be recording audio for videos and then I'll be looking at the script and then like I'll start reading it and then I'll stop midway through the script and I get that reality check like, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? Like
Yeah, you just like get zoned out and now it's like
I don't know because I feel like
another reason why I do in parts so I come back with full energy.
yeah, because I feel like if when you do it all in one take, it's so easy that like you start reading the script so much that you start to sound robotic like a zombie, and then
Yeah.
you just zone out and like,
Yeah, and you're like, did any of that sound good? Did I say those the way should have?
Did I say that in a good way or a diabolical way that would put me in federal prison?
But sometimes it is better, and I think it also the good side of people that record it in all one take is that it stays consistent. Whereas if you record it in parts, it can be all over the place. Like if I record this, like the first intro is like very like hey guys, and then the second part is like hey guys, it's hard.
Hey
It's
guys,
hard for the video to stay consistent if you do it in parts, and that's a complaint I get quite often that people will be like, there's just there's too much going on in each part. There's not really like a set like constant, and people like that sometimes, or they don't, and they say you sound too robotic. So you can't really win. So just the process, you gotta decide whatever works with you.
yeah, that's really something. All right, wait, dang it! Oh my God, how is this happening? Number 7. Are you proud of where you've come on YouTube and your music career, or whatever you call them?
Say, I think I'm getting to a point where I'm like proud of it, like in
It.
overall, like whatever it is, the YouTube channel, the music. I'm like proud overall that it's getting somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
and then I'm continuing to do it, and like sometimes I'll be like, some days I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm not uploading. I'm not even halfway through with this video, and then other days you're like, oh my gosh, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years and I'm still putting out videos.
Wait.
Because I remember when I thought that Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs video would never be done, and now it's up on YouTube, and it was 3 months ago. It's like a good sigh of relief that things are getting done, even if it doesn't seem like it is. And then with music, it's like I think a couple of those songs I'm not super proud of when I was starting. I'm not taking it really seriously, but now I'm getting to a point where I'm like, okay, I have a small catalog of the songs that I want to make and that I'm proud of. So it's like, even though it's taking a slow time to get to where I want to be, but at least I'm grateful for doing it, and that it's come, and that people that I get to be on this, and that people know me as Awesome A, and they know little fun facts like people comment about Pixar water to me, and I'm like, wow, I put something out there that people know, and
So
it's like it took so long, and I thought I wasn't that great, but there are people that like it. So, and also like I have to be proud, because I don't think when you get to a point where you're like, I'm never gonna be proud of your videos, it's like then that becomes being proud, because it's like, oh, if I'm always gonna like not like my videos
what's the
that
point of
came
making
out
them?
3 months ago, then I'm never going to be proud, because I'm too much of a perfectionist to
True.
be proud. So, and then you become like, you accept that, and you're like, oh, this is cool, this is good.
Yeah. Two things I'm gonna say, both about like Pat. I'm gonna start with the Pixar water, dude. Ever since I saw your channel and the first time you mentioned Pixar water, every like Pixar movie that involves water, I've always looked at the water and I'm like, Osme would be proud of that.
I know, that's like, I find that so cool when people, I remember I told my dad, and I went up to my dad when people were making jokes about Pixar water, I'm like, look, people are making jokes about me, are making jokes about this.
So they're
Whenever
making
I
fun of
started.
you?
And it was like, that was really cool. Now I listen to that, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cringy. There's no deep meaning to this. Like, I sound childish, and it just sounds too artificial. But that just comes with time, where you're like not proud of things anymore. But people still like it, and you also got to realize, just because I'm not proud of this one thing doesn't mean somebody isn't liking it. Because it's like the same thing, whereas like you probably don't like your voice, but other people are like, oh, that's a normal voice. Sometimes you're more critical of yourself.
Yeah. You also said you've been doing YouTube for 6 years now?
Yeah, probably more.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god, I am so
My
old, bro.
YouTube channel was created
Oh
17 years ago, but
I am
I started
old.
uploading in like 2015. That's probably more than 7 years ago.
I am so
How
old,
long
bro.
ago was 2015, guys? I'm bad at math. One
Yeah,
minute.
guys, we're all old. Dude, I'm finna be completely honest with you. I started watching you on your, like, I think it was your second year of YouTube. So I've been watching you for like 4 years now. I'm so old, bro.
That's crazy. I mean, you're surprising me today. Skit kids, and that you had a skit, that you watched me for 4 years. I'm gonna believe you.
It's like, the thing is, it's like, I'm gonna admit,
Yeah.
like, I'm not like super old. I'm not like 27 and I'm like, I remember World War II. But like, I'm just right there, like, just old enough to remember like skit kids and stuff. Like, not super super old, but like kind of old enough to remember the good old days before.
Well, now, looking at Google, I started 8 years ago, so
Oh my god, I'm so old.
usually YouTubers stop at 10 years, so I guess we gotta get there first.
Yeah,
But
get
that's
there
like,
first.
That's only counting like the oldest videos on my channel. That I think when I really started taking it seriously was probably 2018.
Yeah. Gosh dang. Okay, number 8. Call back to your Teenage Mutant Turtles video when you had your dad on recording with you. This is gonna involve your family.
Oh yay!
Number
They're gonna
8.
listen to this.
I'm never gonna let your family out of my base. Wait, no, wrong. Wait, wrong script. Wrong script. Uh, Alright, number 8. How does your family feel about you doing YouTube as a job or career, whatever you call it?
Well, that's been the best thing. Like my family is almost more about it than me. Especially my dad, who I started doing YouTube with. He's kind of a YouTube OG. That's why my channel was made in 2007. He was kind of on the brink of it. We always joke to him that he should have started YouTube when YouTube was like in 2007 when it was so new.
Just
He would have like
produced
because
a
back
kid
then you
to
could do
me.
anything and it become a worldwide Vine sensation meme. You know?
Your parents just decided that like your dad's a YouTuber, might as well make another YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my dad never did it, so he
Oh,
never did YouTube. So he definitely like he kind of like lives vicariously through me. But yeah, they've always been super supportive about it. They tell people like, "Oh, my son does YouTube, and he's got this amount of subs."
my son does
And
YouTube. Beep.
my dad even used to question me a lot. Whereas like if I wasn't uploading for a while, I was like, "What's up, dude? Why aren't
What's
you
up?
uploading?"
Why aren't you working?
Yeah, so it's like it's a little annoying, but it's also like I appreciate it. You know, I think that like that goes a long way when parents give, even if they find it silly or they didn't have that when they were children, if they like really like push you to do like, oh, they don't push you, but they're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. It can help motivate you and keep you on track to making it something that might be more their taste. Like, or I want to do film someday, and
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. It's just like my parents are supportive. Just the thing is like, okay, my siblings, they really don't care because they're siblings. I mean, they're not really gonna care.
yeah, yeah,
But my parents, my dad, I mean, like he does care that I like do YouTube. Like he's proud of like where I am right now. Like the fact that I was able to get above, like the fact that there's like over 200 people that are like that are like decide to dedicate to my channel, like subscribe, like take their time out of the day to sub. Like it's shocking to them, but they haven't seen like big sub counts like Mr. Beast. But like it's like my mom. I feel like she's the most supportive one, cause honestly, I wouldn't necessarily be here right now if it wasn't for her. Cause the thing is, when I was first
yeah.
wanting to
Awesome.
start out, I gave the idea to my mom, and she was all up for it, and she was just like, "Oh, I'll let you do it." And like originally, like the way things work in my family is you have to save up your own money
Mm-hmm.
so to like get stuff you want. So I was saving up money for a tablet, and then like I wasn't getting anywhere, and then my mom just out of nowhere decides to be a W mom, and then she bought me my first animation tablet. It's sitting right here at this desk with me right now. She
See,
bought
like that's so sick.
Yeah, she bought it, and I'm just and I'm I was happy. I started working on a video. I was
Yeah, and
just
then you're being creative and like and all your parents had to do was support you about it,
yeah.
with it.
And honestly, they never say it, but I feel like with how they like talk about it, I feel like it's shocking to them about how from one dusty old tablet that's sitting on my desk right now, I came to such like cuz like I'm blessed to have like over 200 subscribers. Like that's honestly like shocking. Like putting 250 plus people in a room is like big enough as itself.
That's scary. I would never do that.
Yeah. I mean, there's like 250 plus people in my basement, but like
Yeah, yeah,
besides
yeah.
that, yeah, I think it's shocking to her to see how from one dusty old tablet to a new tablet and a laptop, how far I've come right now. And I think the day I told her that this was a scrapped video, but I was gonna collab with a big YouTuber, like 1 million plus subs.
Hmm.
And the moment I told her like everything, she was like, "Oh my god, like this like you're collaborating, like you're making a video with this dude who has over this million subs," and it's honestly just
Yeah,
shocking. Yeah.
but
So that's the
that's definitely like my experience with my mom too. She definitely is the one that's more like, let's watch your new video.
no.
Let's watch and she'll tell my dad, and she'll be like, we gotta watch the new Awesome video, and I can't sit through my voice, and I'm very like, it's funny because like they're gonna like it either way, but I'm just like I'm scared.
Uh,
I'm scared what they're gonna think, and especially my mom. I care more about her opinion on the content in the YouTube videos than my dad. My dad's like, if my dad like, he's very. I wouldn't say he's like easier to impress than my mom, but he's like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, good video.
good video.
You
I
know.
really don't care.
Whereas with my mom, I'm like, oh, she's nice about everything, but I'm like, I'm worried about her reaction. I hope she thinks maybe she'll think this thing I said was
Oh
weird in the
no,
video.
no,
I don't
wait.
even know why that is, but
The-
she loves it, and
That
definitely with the
one.
collab part, I'll tell her that I'm doing collabs, and she's like,
Okay.
so like
That one. That
she's like,
one
well,
YouTube
I mean, it's
short.
two reactions. Sometimes it just depends on when you talk to them, and she'll be like, "Whoa, that's so cool," and then other days she'll be like, "Yeah," you know, and I'm like, "Wait, is that bad? Is that good?" You know, I'm like I'm very reaction. I'm very like sensitive with people's opinions. I don't know why I said parents.
Does your mom know about that one YouTube short you made? It was the Smash Your Pass YouTube short on your second
Oh.
channel.
Well, I guess if we're getting into that,
Wait,
yeah,
wait. I don't want to get stripped of my monetization that I don't even have yet.
No. I'm just saying, yeah, that's definitely the content that I did like to do on like TikToks and stuff. I'll tell her if she gets like one of my TikToks, I'm like, skip it. Because,
Skip
like,
it.
I get a
Don't.
little crazier with TikToks, and that TikTok or short, I hate. It was crazy.
Oh
and
my
I was
god.
trying to be
I remember I sent that
funny.
video to you. I was like, after like, cause like, I just like, I hadn't watched your second channel because I was mainly focused on your first one. But I decided to give your second channel a chance. The moment I got to that YouTube short and after I finished watching it, I immediately thought, should I really be watching this guy? Is this really the person I'm looking up to?
Oh my gosh, like that's what I tell YouTube, like my YouTuber friends to like, do not watch my YouTube shorts. They are not me. That is
Those.
where I kind of give in to the algorithm and the YouTube thing.
I was on something
Like,
while
it has
recording
nothing
that.
to do with my real personality. I would never ever say that outside the internet.
I was on.
Same with Twitter. I tell people like, do not turn on notifications on that. I am annoying and weird on that site.
Don't watch that one. I was high while recording.
Yeah, I just got too comfortable, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that YouTube channel, I don't even want to go back to because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just so.
Bro
loud
ruined his
and
reputation with
obnoxious.
one Smasher Pass.
But it's like I'm not gonna delete it because it's out there, and I mean, it's
Like-
already got a lot of views, and I'm like, you
Like
know,
a bunch
I'm
of people
accepting
have already
the
seen it. Like I read the comments.
thing.
The comments go.
Those kind of encourage me too because I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed by this, and then
Oh,
the whole
God.
comments are like, yeah,
The
so
comments go
true.
insane. No, question number 9. What do you like to do while you work on videos? Like, cause hold on, let me word this differently. Like, do you, I feel like cause it's like my parents have told me that like I'm at a mature level and like my smartness is like on another level, and so I word questions in like a fancy like medieval times way, and so when I
Yeah.
ask people the question, they're like, "What'd you just ask me?" Okay, so like, do you at all like listen to podcasts, listen to music, or watch YouTube videos while you do work? Me personally, I was actually working on a video earlier today. I was working on a YouTube short. I was animating it, and I was actually binge watching your channel. I was just watching a bunch of videos
Thank
because
you.
I was bored. Wait, hold on, that sounds wrong. Dang it. I mean like.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was just like binge watching a bunch of your videos because like usually when I work, like I don't want to watch the same person every day because eventually that gets tiring. So
Yeah.
like each day, like before I start my day, I'm like, okay, when I work today, who am I gonna watch? And like this morning, I was like, what? I'm recording that thing with Awesome today. How about I just watch a bunch of Awesome videos?
That's like another thing that I'm proud of and like shocked that people even say that, you know, like, or people will comment to me and tell me like, I just watched all of your videos, and I'm like, why? Like, is this a dare?
Is this a
Because,
robot?
like, if you go a little down, the videos are bad and you are not finding enjoyment in them, but
You're
I guess
not-
people do, and I'm like,
I will
okay,
not let you scroll down.
you know, I mean, I wouldn't binge watch my videos, but thank you.
I feel like the bad thing about YouTube that they gotta remove is the scrolling down button on channel.
Yeah,
Dude, oh my god. My channel though, like I haven't uploaded in so long and my skill levels have gotten so much better. You don't even have to scroll to find bad videos, bro. All
I know.
there's only one video on that channel that I actually like, and it's the first, and it's like I don't know, there's a few videos that I actually do like, some that I actually put effort into, but most of them I hate because I've gotten so much better at animating, but I also haven't uploaded in a while to show my animation skills.
Yeah. That's the worldwide experience. Like I'm telling you, I that is one of my biggest
I've had
insecurities with YouTube, where I'm like, oh, I'm working on this new video and this sounds really good, but my other videos, they are nothing like this. I'm annoying, and I hope people don't think that's gonna be the future of my channel.
no.
Like I have better videos coming, guys.
That's
I want
the
to make cooler videos.
However, there is a pro about it. I think this is like the only pro. Like if you post that video, like you're gonna get attention now. Like people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, your video!" Like they're gonna be a bit honest, but they're gonna like also compliment you. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, these videos were so trash, but you got so much better in like this amount of time, man." Like, jeez.
Yeah, it's much better to hear that you're improving than people
Then
saying nothing.
then
So
people
I'd rather
lying to
that,
you and being like,
and plus,
"You're
like, to
good."
improve, you got to make those bad videos. And sometimes those bad videos do the best. Like that's what I've experienced. Some of my least favorite videos where I sound loud and young and annoying, and they did the best, and people say they like the best. So you never know what people will like. They might like your bad videos that you think are bad.
Yeah. Wait, did you
Wait,
even?
what was the question?
I was actually just thinking about that. I was like,
What
wait,
do I do,
has
what
he
I
even
do when
answered?
I'm making YouTube videos? I
Yeah.
used to be able to multitask a lot better. Movies are a no-go because either I don't focus on the movie at all for
I can't
it to
watch.
even be necessary, or I focus on the movie too much.
Fun fact: I like have to like when I turn on, cause like you know how, cause since Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a W movie by the way, round of applause,
Yeah.
bro.
I
Like,
recently rewatched it, so I agree.
dude, I've been rewatching it to sleep now, bro. Like literally, like I'll be in bed, my dog will be laying next to me, and then I'll just turn on Spider-Verse, cause I don't want to watch YouTube. I want to watch like a good movie.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, when I watch that movie, it's so good that but I have such a short attention span. But it's such a good movie that I want to watch. I literally can't be doing anything else. I literally have to sit down somewhere and then focus my eyes on the TV and watch the movie.
Yeah.
Like I
Another
cannot
thing,
do anything else.
another thing I do is like I used to listen to podcasts mostly. The voice chat podcast I used to listen to. I used to listen to
Guys, he used to listen to my
interviews with
podcast.
Jeff Kinney and people like that, and that was like, and that actually I got a lot of work done with that. Like I can't do that now because I zone out or something I do a lot when I'm working on videos, and probably why I don't upload as much is that I'll I'll be like, okay, I need a break, and I barely maybe even touch the video, and then I'll go to Twitter or like YouTube or TikTok or.
If you
I'm
go
just
on
saying I
YouTube
go to
Shorts,
is cringy,
TikTok,
but, like,
or
I'll
Twitter,
click on
you're
something,
scrolling.
and then I'll be on there for like an hour until I'm like, okay, I gotta go get something. And
When
then,
I'm
like, I just can't multitask anymore.
when I'm working on a video, the only reason I try and watch full length videos or like listen to podcasts or music, like there will be an occasion where I try to watch a movie, but not a lot. Something I stay clear of are YouTube Shorts. I don't have TikTok or Twitter mainly because, not that my parents
Well,
won't
that's
let me.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
Keep your
'cause
sanity.
yeah, I'm keeping my sanity and I'm keeping my Christianity, guys. So
Exactly.
yeah, so but like the one thing I do have access to that's kind of like TikTok is YouTube Shorts. But when I work, I try to stay clear of YouTube Shorts because then I just start scrolling.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yesterday, I was
You put too much focus on that now.
yeah, like I was working on the same YouTube short. I'm gonna be working on it for like 2 weeks. I was working on it yesterday, and I decided to make the mistake of watching YouTube Shorts. Some were yours, some were Royal Pairs. I don't know, most of everything. And then like soon I just started to scroll, and then I like put down my Apple Pencil, and then I'm just scrolling, and and an hour passes, and then an hour passes. I look at my like clock on my phone, and I'm like, wait, have I just been scrolling for an hour?
I know. So, but I feel like I'm saying like too many things that I shouldn't do. Well, but like the real answer is music is really all I listen to while I work on. Like it's not. I can't work in silence. But yeah, I just turn on music and
There was a
sometimes I'll
time.
just replay the same song that I like, and
There was a time
Yeah,
I used to
I do.
work in dead silence, and I swear, bro, anytime I would work on my videos in dead silence, I would actually lose my sanity. Because it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
the struggle of making your video and then just dead silence happening, like that makes you lose your sanity. But it's like listening to someone, like listening, like let's say you're listening to this podcast and you're working on a video, like you're also like incoming some information whilst also like doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
What really freaks me out is people that work out without music. I physically can't work out without music.
Yeah, like I like when I have things that I can listen to music with. Like that's a good like a thing I like making YouTube videos because when I'm not recording them, I can edit and listen to music, and I'm doing something and not just sitting and listening to music, which I don't rarely do. Or like when I listen to music, I ride my bike, so it's nice to have YouTube to do that. So that would be my answer. Sometimes it's not the best because I have this thing where I like whenever I finish videos, I kind of like connect the songs that I was listening to the video. So like I'll remember like 2020 COVID when I was
Oh no.
working. I don't know if I think I was finishing. It was like I was still doing storytime animations and Phineas and Ferb animated, and I
I
listened to like
love.
some bad songs. So like when I had like terrible taste,
Bada bada.
and now those songs are forever connected to when I was working on these YouTube videos and when I was finishing Phineas and Ferb
No.
reanimated and editing it together. So
Yeah.
that could be the bad side of it, listening to music while working on your YouTube
There's
videos.
been times where like I've like your music is so good that it's like on my playlist. Like it's literally some of the only music I listen to while I work. Not all. Not,
Thank
yeah.
That's
It's just like
oh my gosh, that's shocking.
yeah. I don't know what happens. I just connected their song, and like it's even gone to the point where like I was walking in I was walking in school. Like I was walking in the hallway and I started singing to myself like little melodies from songs I knew. And then I started singing like three song melodies, and then I realized that all three of them were some of your songs, and I was like, did I just sing myself like three awesome songs?
Oh my gosh, this is the best promo ever. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you haven't already, guys, go subscribe to
Yeah,
Austin
yeah.
and go follow his
Listen to the
spot.
music.
Listen to the music. Listen to his new demo version of Psycho.
Yes. Well, I kind of here's a little like getting back to music. If you guys see me put demo, there's a chance that I'll never finish it.
No, Psycho was so good though.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm never gonna make the finished version to this, so I'm just taking demo out of the title, you know?
No.
Because demo is like it's kind of like a way to like if the song's actually bad and people think it's bad, it's like a way to save yourself and be like, no, it's just a demo.
It's just a demo, guys. I swear it's not the real thing. Quickly changes the title.
But if you guys think it's good, I'm taking the demo out.
Quickly
it's kinda
changes
like,
the demo.
It's like it's a demo, but it's also like if people like it how it is, I'm like, okay, that's it. You know, I'll take the demo out. So
Number 10. So after this question, there will be one more question. And if y'all are lucky,
we're about to hit the hour.
I think we already have hit the hour.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
True.
think, I
I
don't
was
know.
trying to make it seem like we did it.
We did it. No.
We
Okay.
just hit an hour,
Okay.
but it's been 3 minutes.
What is your favorite video you've made?
Ooh, can I let me click on my channel?
Bro's got a scout.
I think at the moment, I want to say I have a favorite video, which is kind of sad, but I'm getting there. I have some plans for like my favorite videos.
I don't have any favorite
I'd say
videos.
recently, I'm very proud of the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs one.
Oh yeah,
because
that
it's,
was
like,
I
my
like that
longest
one. That
out of
was
the
like
recent ones, and I was really excited for it
I
to come
like.
out and to work
yeah.
on it. And
Didn't you get like a
Wait.
copyright claim on
what
it?
you say?
Didn't you get like some copyright strike on it?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so hectic. That's another reason why I'm so proud of that video is because it got out of the copyright strike. Usually when it gets copyrighted, there's no other choice but to re-upload. But that video, I put an appeal, and I was like, I talked to my dad. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're never even gonna see it. Should I just find what's copyrighted and make a new version? And then I'm talking 30 minutes later, I got an email, and it's like, Dave, your video's up again. I'm like, what? And I thought it was a trick. I was like so worried I was gonna wake up the next morning and they're like, oh, we didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
But yeah, it's been up for 4 months, and it's like I'm so happy it was that easy, and I didn't.
I know.
There's been nights, there's been sleepless nights because of copyright, where I'm like just fixing it, taking it out over and over again. So that would definitely be my favorite video
There's
recently.
actually one video that I have that if I were, I don't know if it'll ever get a copyright strike because it has a copyrighted song in it. I think it's one of my older videos, but it has this one song. Have you? I don't know what song it is, but I do know that it is a copyright song. But luckily, I'm small enough to where I feel like the company really wouldn't care. But then again, like still, like it's a copyright claim, so you can't but like that video has been up for a good like year now, and people really haven't
Yeah,
cared.
and then you should be fine. Like the new thing with YouTube is they're kind of cracking down. So like recently on my Puss in Boots video, which is like I think a year ago, it got copyrighted. I'm like, this should be illegal. It should
Like,
be
bro, you haven't cared
it
about it
should
in
be
like a
the
year.
text should be the only thing because what do you mean? I just thought I was saved for a year, and now you're like, oops,
Oops, we
you may
forgot about this. Let's
It's like
delete
you guys
this.
were too late.
You guys were too late. You can't take it down. You have no legal. Well, actually,
It's like you have legal rights, but it's been a year and you haven't noticed. So like, what is changing?
yeah. Come on,
This video
YouTube.
gets like 10 views an hour. Who cares at this point?
Yeah. Like like if anything, Sony already saw the video and really didn't care. Or wait, no, I got the wrong company. I don't know. I try to keep up with all the animation companies, but there's so many.
Yeah, whatever studio.
Warner
I don't know what's
Warner
good.
Bros. Sony Pictures Animation,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, Illumination. Okay, I'm not gonna name all of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, and also, I don't really let copyright. Like, I'll make videos even if I know there's a chance they'll get copyrighted.
I don't care.
Like,
I'm gonna be a rebellion.
because like, even if they do get copyrighted, it's like if I think about that, I'm not gonna upload it. So.
Yeah. Question number 11. This is the final question. It's the holy question of all questions. Question 11. What's your opinion on the brain rot?
Rain rot.
You know, like,
This is the best.
I'm
This is
not,
the best question ever.
I'm not gonna.
I
It's
think
the
this
best
is the way
question.
we need to end this. Like
It's.
skibbity toilet and stuff.
No, you said it. That's it. I'm canceling this episode. I'm not uploading. No,
No, take it out. Take it out.
I'm editing you right now.
You gotta start the intro with skibbity toilet, and then it gets into the intro. But, I think it's like, well, like most brain rot, it becomes so brain rotted that it becomes ironic and funny. It's
Yeah.
like everybody thought Among Us and Sus was cringe, and then everybody started saying Sus more, and then it's like a quip. It's like funny now.
Yeah.
It's like that's what happens with a lot of things. It's like I don't watch it. I don't think it's I'm not gonna be like the classic older Gen Z where I'm like, oh, these kids these days, I hate Gen Alpha and
These kids these
all this. But
days.
it's like we were not watching great content either. We were we had brain rot too, just in different ways. Maybe
Yeah.
that brain rot was a little more creative, but who's to say Skibbity Toilet isn't enjoyable for a 8-year-old? I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
8, so maybe if I was 8, then it would be. You know, like
Yeah, we're 27 sitting in our. No, just kidding. We're not 27, guys. May, you're 19,
It
right?
sound like it, but I'm just saying we all watch Dan TDM roleplay in Minecraft, which sure is a lot better than Skibbity Toilet, but it's
Yeah, but it's also
it's
kind of
still,
cringe.
like we still watched a little. It was a little cringe. We watched some cringe stuff.
I don't know if my parents protected me. I don't know if my parents were so like protective on me about saying brain rot. Not the brain rot you're thinking of like these brain rots, but like back in my day,
My brain rot.
like from I think like 2000 to like 2010, like that type of brain rot, or 2010 to like 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Like that type of brain rot. I don't know if they protected me because like I grew up with like a great childhood. Like I used to watch The Loud House, SpongeBob, bro. Like I grew up with like the greatest shows ever. And then the moment the moment I become of age for my parents to stop caring about what I watch, I'm exposed to Skibbity Toilet and stuff, and then who would have guessed I'm exposed to Austin? No, I'm just kidding.
That's what happens. That brain rot leads to awesome, eh?
Brain rot always leads to awesome, eh?
But yeah, I'm like, it's like, yeah, sure, it's cringy, and I don't like it. I mean, everybody's saying it in my Discord now, kind of ironically now, but I'm like, it's like a nothing burger. It's like I don't really have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm contemplating right now whether or not to give my chance to sing your song seconds. But then again, that'll be super cringe.
Well, I do not like this song, so don't.
I don't know why you don't like the song though. That's actually like a fire song.
I'm glad you think so. I'm looking at your first episode here.
No! No! No!
Your
No!
first episode of behind the scenes, and I'm seeing that they did 13 minutes.
I don't know how I was able to do it then. I feel like I rushed the
I was
recording.
Yeah, I was like, how did you do 13 minutes? Because we just did an hour.
Cause it's like I feel like something I've noticed is like when I talk to smaller creators, they usually have shorter answers because they're not as they're not as old. Like they haven't been doing this for so many years. But I feel like when I do bigger creators, like I feel like I always either make it to 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, I've done podcasts with people, and like, I don't know if I'm a curse, but I was recently on a podcast where like their normal episodes are like 30 to 1 hour. I think our episode was 3 hours.
No.
And I don't know if that was because I talked a lot, which I don't remember doing that, but I think whenever I'm involved, like, they just make it longer for some reason. I'm like, that's nice.
That's nice. That's definitely not
you.
like telling me who I definitely
Yeah, that's
am.
with podcasts. It's like it depends on the person. I know people that are very yes and no, and I don't know if it has to do with age, which I think in my reasoning, I think it's just personality wise. Some people have a lot to say, and some people just they're better with yes and nos. Like my twin brother, he's a yes and no guy.
Twin brother. Oh my god. Brody animates copier. Brody animates copper.
Oh
Exposed.
my gosh!
Ultra HD, bro.
Well, I think they're fraternal. So
They
I'm
are
not-
fraternal.
Me and my twin brother are not fraternal twins. So
Oh, so like, hold up. Fraternal
look
is
alike,
like y'all
so-
look similar, and then the other one is y'all are twins, but y'all don't look the same.
yeah, we don't. You wouldn't even know. We were just born at the same time. But I don't even have to add twin really. But I just do because that's like way to separate him. But he's a yes and no guy where I'll be like, he has short answers and I.
Let's
have,
get your
like,
brother on the
very long
podcast. No, I'm
answers.
just kidding.
It depends on what he likes. If I ask him about bowling, he'll get into bowling for hours.
What do you like
If I
about
talk
bowling?
If I talk about his YouTube channel with him, he'll be like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm streaming.
No.
Probably.
No. Yeah. All right. Well, I think this is the end of the episode. If you are awesome, if you made it to the end of this episode, because this is like an hour and 10. Well, recording this is an hour 10, but after audio editing, I think it might be at least like an hour at most.
Yeah,
You're
edit it as much as you can.
Yes, bro. I'm finna stay up till 4 a.m. drinking Red Bulls, like trying to get this trying to like edit the audio to like 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, guys. My bad. I'm a yapper.
You're awesome if you made it to the end of this video, because I definitely know it's at least gonna be above 30 minutes. So you're awesome if you made it to the end of the episode. Awesome Man is also awesome for joining us on this episode. And
Thanks for having me.
thank you. Thank you, man. You could have been working on a video right now, but you decided to spend the hour with me.
Probably a better use of my time. So I'm glad I did it.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. But I don't know what the next episode... I don't know if it's going to be episode 3, episode 4. This could possibly be episode 27 for all I care. So yeah, thank you for watching. May you get the final word.
Stay awesome. Yes.
Bye-bye.